Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The lottery is not about getting rich. It's about helping people, and it always has been. The lottery is what helped raise the Great Wall of China, build the roads of Rome, and today in South Carolina, it's what generates millions of dollars each year for scholarships like the SC Hope, Life, and Palmetto Fellows. The South Carolina Education Lottery is investing in you. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou to learn more.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.
AHFI HD2 and K276EL Austin.
An iHeart radio station. Make us the number one preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. 1031austin.com.
It's the JB and Sandy Show. If you can't be here for the whole thing, make sure you grab the podcast version of the show. Search The Sandy Show and look for the ones labeled The JB and Sandy Show on the iHeart Radio app. All right, let's do this thing. Thanks for being with us. It's the JB and Sandy Show. I'm Sandy, and this is JB.
Hello.
And Trisha's here.
Hi, everybody.
And away we go. I can't help but bring this up right away because I was shocked to see it. Did you guys know that yesterday, do you remember the fire festival from like 7-8 years ago that was just a big disaster?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I watched both of those documentaries.
I did too. It was mesmerizing.
I watched one. I didn't know there were two.
There was one independent documentary, and then there's another one that they made trying to clean up their name a little bit. They were both a disaster.
So for those of you who may or may not have heard of it, in a nutshell, what this was billed as a very exclusive, high roller type of festival on an island with incredible accommodations and great food and these big stars that were going to play it, and the tickets were really expensive, and it never happened. People got there, and there was tense.
It was supposed to be like a who's who of social influence.
Like a super fancy Coachella, over the top 5-star.
And they got there, and there was no water, and there were tents and just mattresses, and it was
mud.
just
porta potties.
Yeah, it was like going to a third world country. I mean, FEMA could have done a better job of setting up what was going on.
Like it was like
there.
Sandwiches with 2 pieces of bread and a piece of cheese in the middle and styrofoam. Like it was horrible, and people paid a lot of money for their tickets.
Well, the guy that put it on, what the heck's his name? Billy McFarland, right?
Yeah.
So he went to prison for 4 years.
For fraud.
On a different fraud thing, though. I think the thing he actually went to jail for was like a ticket fraud of some kind.
Mm.
Anyway, this Yahoo is doing it again. He's trying to sell another fire festival. Like,
did he learn nothing while in prison? Like,
he didn't even change the name of it. Come on.
They're selling tickets. The highest end ticket is $1.2 million.
Oh, yeah. Who is stupid enough to go to this?
They have a date and a location. They're selling tickets, but still no lineup. No acts have been announced.
And he said he's trying to prove that he wants to do the world's greatest festival without any performers, right?
What?
I mean, music performers. That. Yeah. And it's on Isla Mujeres. I've been to Isla Mujeres. It's a little tiny island off of, I think, Cancun. And I've been there. And I don't think there are any 5-star hotels there unless they're just going to do it on the beach. My point being, this guy's credibility is pretty shot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's going to try to do it again.
The fools who buy tickets from him, they deserve whatever they end up getting. God, that's unbelievable that anybody would buy a ticket from him.
Okay, I just can't get my brain around that you would spend all this time in prison and come out and do exactly the same thing. Like, that's the most mind-boggling. Like, most, don't you usually, you either become buff or a professor when you're in prison. You know?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, this is a festival we don't really need, right? And boy, if I knew someone that told me they were going, I would go, you're an idiot.
He said that when he was in prison, he was spent time in solitary confinement. And that's when he dreamed up his new venture. It's the same venture. It's not new. It's got the same name. I find it amazing.
Odds of it actually happening, I would say, are pretty nil. I like it actually having the festival and it going off. I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, he posted something on Twitter. The first Fire Festival 2 drop has sold out.
I don't believe him.
I mean, I'm assuming he has no money from being in prison, having no income, and probably tons of lawsuits. Who's financially backing it? They're dumber than the attendees.
Right.
You're right. You're right. It'll be interesting to see.
Like, he's not going to be able to build it on credit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, you'll get paid after the show. Not going to happen. No vendor would support that, right?
Mr. McFarland, I've read up on you. I don't think I can extend you any credit today. Maybe tomorrow, but not today, Mr. McFarland. Go have your little festival and see what happens. I don't know. So I guess that what was it P.T. Barnum that said there's a sucker born every minute, right? So maybe there's a whole new generation of douchebags that want to go to this thing.
Generation of douchebags.
But doesn't this festival scream douchebag?
I'm douchebag Y. I'm between 25 and 43 right now. I don't know what that.
That's a funny question. Think about it, JB, Trisha. Does douchebag guy breed douchebag baby?
Yes.
Douchebag is generational. Is generational.
I think it is because you grow up in douchebag land and you don't know any difference, right?
Douchebag land.
Right.
I mean, if you're surrounded by it, that's what your standard is.
All right. Can you think of anyone you know that's a kind of a douchebag? And
yeah.
Are there kids
Yeah.
similar?
I mean, it can.
We can.
Right?
Yeah. Right. In fact,
we're not going to name names.
No.
I mean, I hate to be mean to children, but you can spot a 5-year-old douchebag.
Oh, yeah. You can. Kids are not off limits for being douchebags, and we're not off limits from acknowledging it. Come on.
Yeah. Little kid's a douchebag.
Kid's a douchebag. I think that I told Landry.
I'm just going to go to a playground and just mutter that everywhere.
Hey, stay with us. Coming up on the show today, I've got a lot to talk about, including things in guys' homes that give women the ick. Also, there's a concert coming to Austin that, as much as I would like to go to the show, I would never go because I'm terrified of the crowd that goes to this show. And Trisha has the story we love coming up next. What do you have?
We got to talk about what's going on with the Texas lottery right now. JB, I know you're a lotto guy. I think our lotto business is about to take a big hit. Just heads up.
Text us anytime. We'd love to hear from you. 737-301-9600. It's the JB and Sandy Show on Austin's 80s station, 103.1. All you lotto players, you better listen up because things are your lotto playing is going to take a turn on the way that you get your ticket. Is that right, Trish?
Yep. The Texas Lottery Commission is trying to ban couriers, jackpot lottery couriers like Jackpocket. You've heard JB and I talk about
I love Jackpocket.
I know. I got turned on to it too.
We'll get into it in just a sec. In the story we love, by the way, just a quick reminder, Longhorn basketball tomorrow night, 8 o'clock against Arkansas. You can listen to the game here on 103.1 Austin's 80 station. Longhorns back at home Saturday at the Moody Center. They play Georgia. It's been a tough season for the Longhorn men's basketball team. I don't know if you knew that, but they've lost like 3 of their last 5 or 4 of their last 6 or something like that. It's been a tough run.
That first season with the new arena, they came out hot, remember?
Yeah, they did.
It was so optimistic. What about
right? But still get out and support the Longhorns. They're back home on Saturday at the Moody Center.
The stories we love.
So the Texas Lottery Commission announced on Monday that it's moving to ban lottery courier services in the state. That's jackpocket for us, JB.
No, I love that app.
I know.
I buy my Texas Lotto quick picks there.
I know.
A couple times a week.
Right? I don't do it quite that often, but I like it when I'm in a pinch and I can't get into the store to conduct my lotto business. I just get me some on the app. But it's an app that instead of, like we said, you buy it online and they then take a photo of the ticket that you've purchased and they send it to you. So you have the electronic version of your ticket. If you win, you then turn that in. Well, the reason this is all coming up is because a couple of weeks ago, they started investigating a huge jackpot win where it was an $85 million jackpot that they found out a group of investors, a group of guys put in $25 million and bought almost every single possible ticket you could, number combination, and they won the $85 million jackpot. Can't do that. They're saying that that's not what the spirit of the lottery was based on. They're also saying
because you could do that electronically. You couldn't. You know how many people would have to go out to buy 20,000 tickets?
Exactly. You could do it electronically. They said they're worried about fraud. They're worried about people underage getting on the app and buying lottery tickets, which I don't remember them except asking, are you over 18? And you say yes, But yeah, they've since then, the lottery commissioner has retired, and Dan Patrick said, if we do not get rid of the lottery couriers, then I will get rid of Texas Lottery, period.
Ooh.
He's like, hard no on the couriers.
Dang.
I know.
I miss that. I can't bring myself to stand there in line and ask for a ticket. And
Why? Are you embarrassed? Are you going to be embarrassed when you hit it big?
Yeah, it feels like I'm just down on my luck.
It looks like you are. It does. That's what it did. Every time when I'm with you, JB, I'm an anti-lotto guy. I'm a still believer in what Ann Richards said back in the day when the lotto got passed, and she said, I always said there ought to be a tax on stupid people. Now there is. And I agree with the former governor of the great state of Texas. There's a lot of people out there holding everybody up in line, taking forever, doing your lotto business. It's sad. And then you got your people with your little plastic envelopes, the little things that lanyards.
They're organizers.
Yeah, they're organizers, and they got to put it. And they got to put it in there before they walk away from the counter.
Before they move on.
Yeah.
Don't act like you haven't stuck your head in and been like, "Hey, heard the lottery was like 500 million. We got tickets yet?" You've done that. Don't act like you discount it.
It's kind of like anything that you have to have help from the attendant at the convenience store is just bad. Like lotto, cigarettes,
chewing tobacco.
Yeah.
Giant beer cans that you put in paper bags.
Yeah. The medicines because you're a mess.
The Swisher Sweets. The little cigars that people are making blunts out of.
It's really just a row of Loserville.
Not going to feel like a loser when you hit the jackpot. That's
get
for
some
sure.
Zigzags. They got to put those behind the counters. How about the convenience stores that I swear they buy anything that's like been closed out. Like they have on this right in front of you, they've got a whole thing of lighters that look like skulls. And then right next to it, they've got a bunch of
pocket knives.
Pocket knives, yeah. And then a corncob pipe right here. It's just like,
how about this? The attendant has to come around to the front and go over to the locked counter to get you some kratom. Like, that is sad.
Yeah. That's.
Oh, you guys.
All the stuff behind the. You notice they never put any orange juice behind the counter.
Nobody's drinking vitamin
Put
C.
anything good for you behind the counter. Well, now, JB, every time I'm there,
you're just going to be scanning the whole row, aren't you?
Yep.
See if there's anything positive going on back there.
It's all Loserville.
Their little New Testament for sale back there? No.
Now take one of these rotisserie hot dogs while you're at it that have been there for a week.
Yes. Even the living, breathing food is terrible for you.
The living, breathing food.
Yeah, pizza? Come on.
Yeah.
But don't act like those burritos that you can throw in the microwave there. Those are good sometimes if you're really hungry. Come on. A convenience
you're
store
cooking
burrito.
at a convenience store? Come on.
That's all I need to know about you. Right?
I'll take this burrito and my lotto tickets, please.
Now, I get it. The only ones that should be eating at convenience stores are the construction workers. I get that.
Yeah.
They got a little window of time. They go sit on their tailgate and eat something. You have permission. The rest of us, no.
You're judging everybody else.
No.
I go in there and I proudly conduct my lotto business at the counter.
Now you do. Tell JB about the time you had to shush the woman behind you.
Yep. I went in and a particularly busy time and I kept kind of waiting to the side, waiting for the line to get shorter. It got pretty short. Then as soon as I got up to the counter, there were like 7 people magically behind me. And because I got asked to buy lotto tickets for 3 different people, I was doing them in 3 different purchases. And I heard a sassy woman behind me go, "Are you serious?" Ooh, it hit me wrong. And I turned around and I go, "Yep, I'm serious." So you can just wait your turn. Unless you got a problem with that, you can ask this lady to do her job faster. And her eyes got big. And that lady who was helping me, she goes, "Honey, you're just fine. What do you need now?" The lady who was helping me shut that lady down too. I was like, mm-mm.
I got a business idea.
Oh, this ought to be good.
No.
Yeah, I got a business idea. Picture like a small, like burger stop size place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Drive through. That's just embarrassing purchases. Throw your lotto and all the other things we talked about, your cigarettes, your dip, your all that. But then you carry Pepto-Bismol.
Condoms.
Athlete's foot spray. When women get a yeast infection, what do you put on it?
Yeah, some of the yeast infection stuff. Preparation H, condoms.
Yeah, just anything embarrassing. That's what this drive-through is for.
Metamucil.
And it's just blacked out window where just a hand comes through and gives it to you so no one can see you.
In a bag, non-see-through bag.
Round bag, and they hand it to you, and you just drive off with all your gross items that you have to have.
Yeah.
Earwax, clip fixer, things like that, and nose hair trimmer. All those things.
All necessary items. All items that human beings have to have.
You're right. Did we start out with this as a story we love? Is that
we started out with the Texas Lottery, yeah.
Yeah. Then we just went into shaming everybody that buys something behind the counter.
Which is most of everybody listening.
Everyone listening.
Sorry. We're sorry.
Stay with us. More coming up on Austin's 80s station, 103.1.
All right, friends, that's it for the podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Would you do us a favor? If you liked what you heard, would you copy the link and email it to a friend and recommend it to them? Also, give us a 5-star review if you don't mind. Don't forget, listen every morning from 6 until 10 on Austin's 80s station, 103.1.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
The lottery is not about getting rich. It's about helping people, and it always has been. The lottery is what helped raise the Great Wall of China, build the roads of Rome, and today in South Carolina, it's what generates millions of dollars each year for scholarships like the SC Hope, Life, and Palmetto Fellows. The South Carolina Education Lottery is investing in you. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou to learn more.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.